this. I'm going to close this. And we're back to here. Uh, Hola, mi amigos. Uh, how are you? Let's get the dirty table out of the way. There you go. This is the view that we want. Tilt it down a little bit. I hope you guys are having a good morning. I am having a morning. Let's just say that. So yesterday, ugh. so yesterday I streamed yesterday's 4 p.m. show. You followers know this for 90 minutes. Uh, and it turns out that the streamer's audio went out. So it was good for like 30 minutes, and then for the next hour it was off, and someone had to alert me to it. It's what happens when you don't do a lot of shows with people in the chat, so you don't know these things. I was so angry. I have a lot of these problems. I'm beginning to wonder if the project is even doable. I mean, I can still learn it, just not on stream, or learn it at a streamer that's a little more solid. So I'm just fucking angry right now. Ugh. Imagine get some coffee. We've been streaming for 2 minutes, so I am about, I want to say a minute late. Wait, hold on. That's wrong. Yeah, I'm a minute late. Excuse me. So tired. I mean, yesterday I talked about, what is today? Today is Thursday, the 22nd of July. So I spoke about how to write a screenplay, right? I was like, so I told the lovely people in the chat, you guys, all the stuff I know about writing scripts and screenplays, right? Um, tell you about the protagonist and what his motivation should be. Tell you about the antagonist and what his motive or her motivation should be. How to set up your first story. How to uh, put things in it so it leads to the end. So you have a good ending, a twist ending, not an ending where people go, "Man, that was stupid." Because, like I said yesterday, that no one heard. You've seen enough stories that you know a good story, even if you can't write one. And a bad story will hit your ear like a tinny ring. You're like, well, what is that about? But you may not know why, but you'll know because you you've seen a lot of stories. Am I having trouble with the streamer? So now I have to check on everything to make sure I'm actually streaming to and I can be heard. I don't really have a lot of confidence in this streamer now. Since yes, and it's been ongoing. There's been a couple of things a week, and that was the biggest. So let's go here. It says I'm streaming. Do I have audio? I know you think that that'd be a goofy thing to ask. You think that I have audio, uh, but you'd be wrong. You really would be wrong. Um, other than that, it's a beautiful day. I had a nightmare about this whole streaming every day thing too. And I was like, all right, maybe I'm just letting it get in my head a little bit, and I should just calm down. I mean, I can stream for 1,000 days on a different platform, right? It's not that big a deal. And the end of the thing isn't. No, I'm going to retract that. It's the end of the day. It's supposed to be about learning the guitar and streaming. So streaming is a big deal. I've got three crows over there investigating some food thing wrapped in something. I think it's food wrapped in aluminum foil, but it could be anything. So yeah, what does one do? One figures out what the problem is. We know what the problem is. Then we work out a solution, and I'm in the middle of working out a solution. Yeah. So if you want to see the debacle, about a half an hour and about 30 minutes, almost exactly 30 minutes, like 29 or 30 minutes and like a minute, somewhere in there. The whole picture goes out, then the picture comes back with no sound. But meanwhile, I'm here and the sound meter is pinging, so I'm thinking I'm broadcasting, and someone had to come and go, "Hey, yo, you got no sound." I'm like, "What?" First, I thought my mic was muted, and we all know that we all must remember not to mute our mics. It happens sometimes. That's my fault. Touch the mic gets muted. This wasn't that. That's that what it is. That what happened. Too bad though. It was a good speech about how to make movies. I was proud of myself at the end of it because I knew all this stuff. Then I picked up the guitar, and oh my goodness, the amp is still on. I picked up the guitar and had good sessions with that song, that fingertips, and nobody heard it. It was fun. It was, and then there was no sound. Then I was just fucking furious. So I got off. I came back on. I couldn't fix it. I ended the stream because I couldn't fix it. The stream was an hour and a half, right? So I came back almost immediately. It was like, hey, just to let people in the chat know. I didn't really know what was going on. Talking about but I also not only did it kill my volume, and uh, but in the streaming device, tell me my volume was fine. It also kept all the people, like the eyes looking at me. That number didn't dwindle, it didn't go away. So I was like, right. But then I don't think those people had any access either, because I think someone would have wrote. Actually, someone did write. You don't have any sound, and then they called me. So I don't know why people will watch without sound. I know it's a beta, but I do have coffee though, so that makes it better. Yeah, I had the whole song. I had the whole song. It's the first song I learned, and my first by accident run through of it correctly was on a muted stream. That's fine. E. This is my A. This is my D. Yeah. Yeah. I was just prompting me to wonder, should I actually do this thing somewhere else that's a little more stable? I mean, it would be an easy pick to pick it up and move it, because I mean, I don't have a lot of views to begin with, so I'm trying to build up viewing and an audience and like a group of people to like. But that can be done somewhere else because I'm down. I'm like, it's not like I'm gonna have to ask a million people to slide over with me, right? So yeah, I'm getting it stuck under my finger like skin. Oh, that C is always a killer. Have to get it down. Trying to practice on chord movement. This is this. This is A, right? This is A sus. Ugh. Ugh. And this is a A minor. So yes, I am in a bad mood. I went this. Oh, there that damn thing is. Let's cut this off.
Glad I spotted it. Come here.
All right. So what have we learned? Technology will hurt your feelings. It will break your. Where's my chair? It will break your heart, just like your junior high school girlfriend. Anywho, we are here. We are not in the bad. Well, we're sort of in a shitty mood, but we're not going to remain in a shitty mood. We gave you the update as to what happened yesterday. Excuse me. But we are here wearing regular street pants, no less. Oh. We are sipping on coffee. And we are feeling, I'm going to have to fire that coffee guy. How are we feeling? We're feeling good. Um, like I said, even though we had uh, audio issues yesterday, was not on our end of the spectrum. It was another thing. Um, Even jumped in and played some video games. Uh, Sort of a cheat, really. But it was fun. Let's see. Where is my? Where is it? All right, let's go here. Do, 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 do. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is yesterday's. I appreciate you, but you're not what I'm looking for. No, no, no. Oh, let's go here. "10 minutes of daily guitar practice, day 33. 22 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago. Yeah, so let's do this thing. Let's put you here. Oh, that's not it. And I'm already losing the bandwidth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can take very much more. The pain of it. Okay, which one is this? 22 hours ago is about 10 hours ago, 59 minutes. That was the second one I did. This must be the first one. All right. This is the first one I did. So let's call it up. I've showed this on stream already. So there I am talking. No one can hear me.
And the other thing is this. National Geographic story. A newly found chunk of billion-year-old rock under the Pacific proves the case from Earth currently hosts on Earth.
Hold on.
Pacific proves the case Earth currently hosts an eighth.
So let's swap it.
Zealandia.
So they found a new continent in New Zealand. 36-minute mark. There it goes. Bam. It freezes. Look at the clock. There it sits for a while. Meanwhile, I'm still streaming. Then this happened. I noticed this. I was like, oh, wait, what's going on? And then behind the scenes, I started fiddling around with it. And I thought it reset itself. This is a good amount of time to have a problem, right? While you're on a live stream. Ooh, comes back with no. So from this point on, all the way to the end of the show, and then someone called me up. So, oh man, we went through how to write a story, right? How to organize shit. It was pretty good. All this stuff, I read a lot of books on how to write screenplay. This is one of the better clips on the internet I found to gel it for you. So I went through it with people. Felt so smug about myself. I was like, oh man, we knocked that out. Pick up the guitar. Did pretty decent guitar work, right? After I got the chords down on the electric, I went over here to, on the acoustic, I went to the electric. And it worked out well. I wouldn't say it was wasted because, like I said, you know, the art is in you forever. Forever. See, and this is when somebody told me. So from the 36-minute mark to the hour and 20-minute mark, I was clueless. And then I tried to troubleshoot it for an additional, what is this, 11 minutes or so. Could not, crashed it out. Tis what it is, baby. Then I came in later. Yeah, man, just so angry about it. Just so flipping angry about it. Came back in 15 minutes later to, well, let's show it to you. Right. Came 15, where is it? Oh, good Lord. Where is it? Here it is. Came back in 15 minutes later to sort of explain to the viewers what happened, right? Then I left, then came back probably a half an hour later because I did not want to leave the stream 59 minutes. I did not want to leave the stream sort of with this shitty energy, even though nobody was watching. I was like, you know, I'm not going to hate this because of technology, right? I'll leave technology behind and do this thing. But I was angry at. So then I came back and did an hour. Come on, man, that's dedication. Someone who's ever in the boardroom here should really make it a point to fix some people's issues, and use that as, what do they call it? Use that as not goodwill, you know, to spread the word that, oh man, their interior game of how they look after people is fire. But tis what it is, man. Tis what it is, right? So yesterday I did an hour and a half. So that's 2.5 hours, right? Plus 15 minutes, right? 2.5, 2 hours, 45 minutes. Plus my morning 30. So that's 3 hours, 4 hours, and that's 4.5 hours. Just yesterday. So seriously, guys, I will take my, hold on. Oops, the wrong one. I will take my goofiness to a streamer who will appreciate my sheer indomitable will to get something done. Because that's what's going on here. What is in my coffee? Really? It's going to be a day like this? We're screaming on all fronts. So let's put this down here. And yeah, let's cut this off because we're not going to be using it anymore. Yeah, like I say, you got one job, right? And we were talking about last week how the video's bad. It's not radio, right? So the video has to be your first priority. Video's bad. Now the video's bad and the sound will drop out on you. I don't know if that's good. Okay, so my guitar is in the other room because I was playing it, and I didn't get to bed till like, I want to say 1:30. And then I was like, I have to go to bed if I'm going to be up by 7. So, but man, I'm so lit. Lit being angry, not lit being happy. Sorry, they were talking about breaking news. I stopped for a second. You know what the breaking news was? A car accident on the parkway. What's the difference between a parkway and a highway? Yeah, I don't really know either. But that's what the guy said. Crash on the parkway. And I thought to myself, is that breaking news? Unless you close the whole parkway because of a massive crash. And they didn't. They just sort of had to detour. But they're just telling you there's crap on the roads, essentially. But the way they tell you to is always, what is KSUSA? What is KSUSA? Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, so we have to go in here and change this. I don't have any hashtags. Social media destination. Social media, audience participation, graphics. I guess there's no place to change your location because I don't know what this Kansas City thing is. Hashtag social media. Yeah, we show that. We're going to cut this off because that's wrong. And then we're going to go back here and see what happens. Yep. All right, that'll work. So I've taken to so I've set up. I'm so pissed off. So I woke up pissed off. And the reason why, let me turn this thing ever so gently. And the reason why I was talking about 98, really. So the reason why I was talking about writing scripts and stuff, because instead of doing the screenplay, instead of doing the schedule, sorry, that I said was going to be due yesterday, and it wasn't. Shame on me, but we will not be deterred. Even though we falter, we will not fail. Remember that. So I didn't do the schedule, but I did write another schedule. I wrote two, actually. One was the push-up schedule, push-up body weight schedule. I think kind of stands for the best thing to do for you when you start out. It's body weight against, it's you and your own body weight. Push-ups, jumping jacks, sit-ups, jogging, running. They're sort of the same thing. But I call it running, but I'm more of a jogger. There's supposed to be a difference. The difference is your stride, right? So some people take really long strides, right? Like people who run marathons professionally, they have large strides because they're trying to run and get there fast. But most of us are like this, right? We don't kick our legs way back while we're running, right? We don't take these giant kind of like runner's strides. We just sort of and that's what I do, just kind of chug away at it. But I wrote a push-up thing. It's essentially do 7 push-ups, 100 push-ups a day, right? So you do 7 push-ups now in the morning. You do 7 push-ups at noon. You do 7 push-ups, at 2. You do 7 push-ups at. I'm not saying that's going to be 100 push-ups, but that's how many push-ups you do. And then the next week you do 8 at the same time. So at the end of the week, you push up your push-up level by like 5. So it's like 2 to 5 like a week. But it's like sets of 50, right? And they want you to do them in a certain way. They want you to do like 10, then they want you to do 35, right? I'm just giving you randomness, but actually, let's say it's 100. So they want you to do 100 push-ups. They want you to do like first to just kind of do 10 to like warm you up. Then they want you to do a lot, like 35, to sort of like stimulate muscles and all this. Then they want you to do another like 35 to match. Then they want you to sort of slowly burn it down 20 and then 15 and then just to sort of like begin to eat at the fat. And when you do this, then the next week you do 12 and then you do 33 and 33 and then maybe 15 and then like 10 and then you do 18 and like 40 and 40 and so your numbers go up weekly if you keep up to it. I'm like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. That'll be good for my that'll be good for my core. This core is in bad shape. It'll be good for my hands. It won't be good for my excuse me. It won't be good for my what was I just thinking? I have not forgotten about the silverfish saga. Okay, so anyway, so it's good for your core, it's good for your forearms, for your back, it's good for your chest, it's good for your biceps and triceps, it's good for your forearms, right? Only thing it's really not good for is your fingers and your hands, right? Your hands are just placed, but everything else is moving, right? Everything else is moving. Torso is good for your groin, right? Push-ups are awesome. Not good at jumping jacks because for some reason can't do them in the house because things slowly fall off the shelf, right? The clank, you're like, what the hell? Not every day, but like you do jumping jacks every morning. It's it might take a week to fall off, but it'll fall off. And then something else will fall off because it's not just one thing moving. Lay on your back, do Superman. Well, lay on your stomach, do Supermans, right? Then lay on your back and do leg lifts. So all these things. So I was like, oh yeah, like that puts. So I wrote like a light workout routine down because seriously, look at me, I'm a mess. Keep saying So I was like, yeah, we're gonna put a little physical body into this. We used to do it all the time. It shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something will fall out, and that's what I'm looking for. Something else to fall out. But I did that, and then I also wrote out just like I want to call it playful. I wasn't taking it very seriously because I wanted to like write my story, right? So I sketched out sketched out I have more coffee. Sketched out a light, really light, sort of like outline of what the story was, who the players were, what they wanted, why they wanted it, what people didn't want, and why they didn't want that to happen. So you have two opposing sides. I write weird. And I plotted out. I usually write it on index cards. Instead, I wrote it on a big sheet of drawing paper, like just about the size of the index cards, just kind of like ideas. And I had some other stuff written on a legal notepad that I just taped to it, hanging in my room right now. But just ideas of our protagonists. I got a ton of names. Where's the names that I have? I've been writing. I like names. I've been writing names for a while here. So here's one sheet of a bunch of names. There's another one over there because what I'm writing is like has a ton of characters in it, coming and going. Good stuff. So I wrote all that down. I was like, oh man, I didn't do the music schedule, right? I was like, but that's all right. I got stuff done, right? I almost got down this first. Yeah, we're calling it a song. It may not be a pop song or a chart topper, but it's a song that I learned. Now I have to take it that I know it and transpose it, right? Meaning, I know this is an A. I know this is an A sus. Hold it. I know this is an A, right? Yeah. Yeah. Right. So I just have to this thing sticking me in the neck with this tag. So now I have to transpose what in this super simple song. I'm going to transpose what these notes are. That's probably on the wrong string. But getting 3 of these fingers in this little box is difficult. I told you I had it. Now I can't even reduplicate it. Can't reduplicate it. Can't duplicate it. What is that? Is it that? So do I have to lean over more? That doggone bottom E string. Ah. Bam. What is going on here? This is right. And this is right. So what am I doing? I'm laying on all these notes. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it was going all right yesterday. I mean, I didn't expect it to be, one and done soft. Oh, I played it one soft. I had it forever. I expected there to be some drop in, drop out, get lucky with it. Like, it's like baseball. Sometimes you hit a home run, sometimes you strike out. But the more you play, the more you know that you'll strike out less and you'll hit home runs more, that kind of thing. Man, we were rocking yesterday. If you can call this rocking. All right, let's try another one. What's the other one? The other one is E. The switch goes here, bam, and bam. It's because I'm not fully pushing all the way down. Ugh. All right, so wop, 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 wop. As paranoid as I am, we are going to make sure that we are still streaming. Because I'm telling you, sweet bejesus. Normally we have other stuff to talk about other than my paranoid stream. Checkity check, check, check. Yep, that's still streaming. All right. Just curious. All right, so what are we doing here? Oh, we're recovering from a weird Thursday, weird Wednesday. Hey, today's Thursday. We're beyond hump day, which means we all must plan for the weekend. What are we doing for the weekend? It'd be nice to go. Remember how people used to go window shop for cars and stuff? Excuse me. Let's give that something to do just in case everything shuts down again. We can time it. All right, I'm okay. It's just it's a day, man. And as you age, you got less. I don't want to say less time for this sort of stuff, but you feel less patient with some of the nonsense, and I guess that's part of it. That's everybody. Children have no patience. Older people have no patience. Yeah. Uh, and the older you get, I'm assuming there'll be less patience. I need to call my mother today. Um, yeah, yeah. I need to call my mother today. Those are self-check announcements that my subconscious gives me occasionally just to make sure. I was also thinking about my sister. I haven't spoken to her in like a freaking month, and we live a mile apart. So I better get on my shit. The most important people to you are the people in your family. Love them, love them, love them, even if they're all weird. My whole family's weirdos. I'm the only normal one. I don't even know what to tell you about that. But yes, I love them. I wish they all would be exactly what I want them to be and nothing else. Because I'm open and forgiving. That's, yeah, exactly. Uh, so let's go through it. What do we want this weekend? We want that schedule. Um, and like I was saying, I can't really do any of the writing stuff, write a screenplay or any of that stuff on stream, because stories are supposed to surprise you with the ending, right? And what if I wrote something super awesome that everybody wanted, but then I put it on stream? You know what I mean? So all these things you have to sort of like learn how to kind of navigate protecting your stuff, and it's easier with painting, right? Drawing. Those are I guess those can be linear endeavors, but generally those are non-linear endeavors. I can pull out my paint, take all this, throw down the drop cloth, and paint this beautiful blue sky, right? And that wouldn't be giving away the secret. That wouldn't be. It just really will. It's almost akin to watching somebody play chess, watching someone paint, quite frankly. But watching someone put together a story is very different. There's a lot of mechanicals and moving parts. Uh, and we all love a story, right? So the payoff of the story can't be told ahead of the time, right? So if I tell you, okay, we're going to write a story about this girl, she's going to visit her grandmother. There's a wolf in the woods. Her mother gives her specific orders, which she does not obey, and then all sorts of nonsense happens. Or she does obey, and still all sorts of nonsense happens. Uh, you're like, oh man, that's great. I can't wait to hear how this story transpires. So as we're writing it, you're like, oh, there's okay. Oh, wait, there's a huntsman now. Oh, all right. Oh, he cuts him. All right. So then by the time you finish it, cuts mom open, puts rocks in the wolf, dumps the wolf in the ocean. The end. Wow, we just finished it. As soon as you finish it online, people are like, that's the ending, right? You didn't even get to send it to your publisher or bind it for fun and games or whatever, right? With the last word, yeah, it's crazy. Uh, I have to stop having coffee on an empty stomach and then not eating anything all day. So yes, um, some morning streams are like this. They're slow. You get slow starts to the day. Remember, what we want to do is keep music sort of in us our mindset. So this is not really about technology. It's about the music of it. And yeah, we're also going to do the schedule seriously. Like we want to have it by next week, Monday. So that means today, tomorrow, Friday. So today, tomorrow, Friday. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday will be about at least trying to get that trying to get the schedule. That's the university sign for schedule. Yeah, trust me. Uh, so and also we want to make sure we do this. So we're gonna put this here. We've got chores, man. It's not like we don't have shit to do. Yeah, we've got chores, and they're fun chores. Other people have heavy, some burdensome chores, right? They got to move 5,000 pounds of this or 50 livestock animals into this or away from that or whatever. We're doing art here and we're just sort of trying to glue music into our soul so it's unshakable. Not even glue. Glue comes apart. That epoxy resin that affixes it permanently, bonds it with your nature. That's what we want to do. We want to put it in our soul and have it grow. That's an organic term I've been using, like, and it's yours forever. But if you're more or more mechanically inclined, we want to put it in there and bond it to our soul with like the glue of discipline, right? Not even glue. We said something stronger than glue. But yeah, this is where we're at. So we are unhappy. Oh, I can put up tomorrow's show while I'm here. We're unhappy with how bad it went yesterday. Really just could not believe how bad it went yesterday. So bad that I did 3 streams trying to calm myself down and explain it to the people who showed up. Twas what it was, wasn't it? So today is a PM show. We will be here Thursday evening. Wednesday Adams. Thursday Adams. Get it? Evening. Thursday evening. We're going to call this one. Why did it say I was from Kansas City? Remember, we're not doing 4 o'clock shows anymore. It's at 6 p.m. Please, 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 please come on through. Around now, yeah, let's just go with that. No, that's not what I said. Good Lord. It won't even tell me where I live. It's changed. It's changed where I live. Okay. Well, there you have it. We'll put that here. We'll do this here, and we'll click on that. There's a show today at 4. Please come on through. Is it in? Okay, yeah, that says it's in. Just want to make sure. We should do all this now since we're not playing guitar. Look, listen. Sometimes things will piss you off. You gotta muscle through that. I am muscling through as best I can. But I think I'm also sort of groggy from like going to bed at 1:30 and getting up like literally at 6:30. I barely got here. Yeah, let's see. Is this off? This is off. Let's look at the other stream to make sure everything is Copa. She was a showgirl. Nobody? Lola? There was a singing show where people like I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Maybe it was America's Got Talent, America Next Super Star Singer, or whatever the case may be. Uh, what happened was, oh man, what happened was they brought out. Oh my god, I'm about to say Berry Gordy. They brought out his name will come to me. And they brought him out, and people didn't know he was. And I was just kind of like, oh my god, you claim to be a musician. You people suck. You don't even know who. Copy link. You don't even know who. Good lord, this whole thing is ridiculous. Come on, you can remember his name. It's on the tip of your tongue. I've got Barry in my head for some reason. It's not Barry. Okay, that's okay. So we've got all our. Thank you for giving me that moment. We've got all our feeds right and going to where we want and proper sorries and forgive me's. So we'll just stick this back over here. Barry Manilow. Good lord, Barry Manilow. I had the B, but I couldn't get the rest of it, and I didn't know if the B was the last name. But yeah, Barry Manilow. Copacabana. They didn't know who he was. I wonder if we can find that. Because the first thing I thought was, you want to be a singer, but you don't know music. This is the world we live in, right? All these rappers who are rappers but don't know music. I wouldn't say they're musicians. I'd say that they were lyricists. They were anything. And most of them don't even write their own lyrics, write their own lyrics. Barry Manilow. Singer show. That's not going to, it's got to be something like people don't recognize Barry Manilow or some shit. What, do I not have any freaking internet? Why is this not working? Why is the search not searching anything? Barry Manilow. It's always fucking something, man. It really is. Let's do another one. Barry Manilow. Singer. All right, here we go. So we can close this other one, which is going nowhere fast for some reason. Barry Manilow. What show is it? How much is Barry Manilow worth? Why is this always a question, people? Top pop, Barry Manilow one voice. Barry Manilow came out of the closet at like 140. Like, he used to write the best love songs. Barry Manilow, singer, song Manilow, singer, Manilow. Well, how would you phrase this? Barry Manilow not recognized on talent shows. We're gonna call them talent shows, I guess. The Riddle of Barry Manilow. I don't even know who. Good lord! All right. I guess it was definitely a weird, quirky thing. But again, the woman was like 21. How was she supposed to know who Barry Manilow was? But at the same time, you know who Frank Sinatra is. Yeah, he died before, you know, I'm assuming that, a 20-year-old mom met her dad. Like, her parents may know who he was because their parents liked them. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. I like Al Green and Marvin Gaye, not because I went out and bought the albums, right? I was way too young for that. But all the adults around me liked them. So they were in my, since I was in their sphere of control, the music was in my sphere of existence. Uh, Barry Manilow. Who's left? Who's Barry Manilow? I'm gonna find this for you. Who's Barry Manilow? Singer competition. Barry Manilow is not bad for a 6-year-old guy. Highlights. All right, so I want to find this. 'Cause I just want to know who the young lady was. I know, but he's Barry Manilow for fucking God's sakes. Not bad. Okay, Hollywood Bowl Show. We're not doing that. Okay, maybe we'll look up his Wikipedia. See what anybody says about him. Personal life in the media. 2000. Yeah, let's look at what he's doing in the 2000s. Man released nice songs. Marilyn Lowe, Billboard Contemporary. Yeah. Manilow married his high school sweetheart. Okay. Manilow. I guess that's it. I won't be able to find it. Too bad, because I was like, how do you not recognize Barry Manilow? 78 years old. Impressive. All right. Barry Manilow. Not recognized. Not. Let's see here. Back. Oh well. Net worth. Everybody's obsessed with people's net worth. Why do you care? Now that you know, how did it affect your existence? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. So we couldn't find it, but you're not supposed to know all the music in the world, but you're supposed to be open enough to know, hear a lot of it, and then you can go, "Ooh, what song is that?" I mean, this is why I like Nico Case, right? That Fox Watcher Flood album is just fucking awesome. I never would have listened to Nico Case. She's not in my wheelhouse. Like Amy Mann. Why do I like? She's not in my wheelhouse either. Uh, good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, I find it hard to believe that all these country music people don't like one rap song or one classical song or one, you know, Jamaican reggae song or whatever, right? That's not the way people work. Uh, it is what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. That's all that it is. It might be more. So it is 8 o'clock. We've been streaming for an hour. Should I even check the sound? Feel free to say hello if you're in the chat, guys. Seriously, don't. You can be a lurker, a looky loo, as they call it. That's fine. I'm glad to have you here. I already realized I have a problem, right? Like I said, I like to use these 3 fingers. Oh, I'm sorry, these 3 fingers, not these 4 fingers. These 3 fingers, right? So if I got to pluck down, this plucks up, and these two sort of butt. I'm supposed to use these 4 with the occasional pinky, right? But what I end up doing is using these 2 instead of these 3. On all the strings, and that's not good. And I don't know how to hit them with the same intensity. So this will be soft, right? Not hard, just soft. Gotta be decent. Of course, now they're doing it at the same volume. See, I had that bang like this. It's so much louder, and I'm hitting it with. I guess a different. I guess I gotta use my pad versus. we'll figure out. Ooh, that breeze is nice. We'll figure out our own styly. All right, all right, all right. Here it is. Stop you. We don't want you screaming at people. We've been screaming. We've been screaming for an hour. Essentially, we have been screaming for an hour. Uh, Open your phone and it's political nonsense. Okay, what's the weather going to be today?
It's currently clear and 73 degrees.
73 degrees. What's the high today?
The high temperature will be 82 degrees today.
Why is it so mild out? All right, where's my. Sometimes you have to check both weathers against each other because they're nonsense. Oh, it's 75 degrees, is it? Oh, here it says it's 70. (8:03 a.m.) Feels like 74. All right, what do we got here? It's gonna be sunny all day. Ho 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 ho. It's not a great beach day because it's only 80 something. But a day like this, yeah, get out to the beach. 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. So it's not gonna rain. There will be mostly sunny skies. The high will be 80 degrees. Not because of rain, not because of anything, just because it's a mild day. Oh God, it looks so good. All right, so it's gonna be super nice here today in Virginia. Yeah. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna make sure we get a lot of guitar practice in. We're gonna try and do something positive in this zone um after work. So so stressed. I don't have a lot of faith in this stream anymore. Um let's close this. It was such a part of my plan. You know what I'm saying? It was such a part of my plan. Now it isn't. Well, I can't say now it isn't. Now it's got me thinking about its whole flow and fluidity. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna end this one either early. Normally we go at minimum an hour and 15 minutes. And yesterday we went an hour and a half on the morning show. It's supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes. Uh, I don't know what to tell you. We're just after an hour. Um, and we're struggling to get to the 15-minute mark to end this show. So we're not going to struggle. We're just going to end it. Today is not my best day, guys. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I get like this. Like I said yesterday, when I found out that there was no volume for an hour on the hour and a half stream, I was so angry. Troubleshot it, ended it, stormed away, came back. So I didn't leave a bad impression with people. That was 15 minutes. Sort of felt a little better about it. Spoke to my man Ace World. Big shout out to Ace World. And he was right. He convinced me, oh man, just start like a new stream immediately. And I was like, yeah, instead of storming out, take my ball and go home. So I started new immediately. I think that one went for like another hour. And my wit and my charm and my good mood sort of drifted back in. And then I was all right. Then I was like, all right, good. I'll see you tomorrow. But even as I was saying, I'll see you tomorrow, I was thinking, is this going to be a problem tomorrow? Is it going to be a problem? Maybe the day after tomorrow? I'm starting to know where to live this paranoid lifestyle. All right. So this is going to be one of our shorter ones. We've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. We could probably go for 10, but I think that is just not where we're at now. Remember, you need to make friends because no one has any friends anymore. No one's getting married anymore. No one's having children anymore. It's hard to buy. It's hard to have families in this environment. So if you want to fix all of that, it starts with friends and allies. right? You don't have to be friends with anybody who wants to be your friend, but friends and allies so you can talk over things and you're not an outsider to the world. By that I mean, if you're still believing ancient bullshit, you're an outsider. You know, when I say yeah, you are. There's probably a better word, but you're outside where the rest of us are in this community, and you need to fix your shit and then rejoin the community. But as for joining the community and still being about bullshit, I think the community has every right to banish you to the farthest reaches of whatever realm you exist in. Um, and that means just don't hang out with you. As we used to say in the street, don't fuck with him. No, I don't fuck with that nonsense. I don't fuck with that dude. Don't fuck with him. Or her. So, what is the point here? Well, a lot of people don't have friends in this modern age. You can make friends. You got to be a little vulnerable, but not an open nerve. Uh, you know, when people are, you have everybody's got their own like checklist of what they will and will not accept. And you know what you will and will not accept, and you don't have to move any of those to meet new people. Just people need to find people like themselves and hang out. Um, and that's what it is. The only people I meet, it seems like the only people who meet are for primary reason, right? For hate, we hate those people. We've got a club. Or for love, we meet to have sex here at the club or whatever. And then we go our separate ways. No one's actually making long term connections to anything, it seems. Uh, and I wanna sort of do my part to put my finger in the eye of that. Because I believe in people and friendships, and nobody's saying get together and do some crazy wild thing, but just get together, have a beer, talk about the world around you. It's a good way to gauge your temperature in the community, right? Because we're a cauldron bubbling, right? And you can't be cold in a cauldron bubbling. So you will be up to temperature with the rest of us. Carrots and onions and bell peppers in that pot, right? Meat stock in that pot. You're not an ice cube existing in it. And that's the problem. You meld with the rest of us. Uh, Melt and fade into you. Like Maisie Star said. Anybody get the Maisie Star reference? No. All right. Oh my God. One day there's going to be like 100 people here regularly talking to me in the chat. One day. But that day is not today. Mm. So, in conclusion, pick up an art form: painting, drawing, writing, cooking, right? Go to work, work hard, but work is not your life. Your family and your friends should be your life. Work will happily fire you. Uh, if you run the place, you own it and you run it, it's a different animal, right? That job is your hobby. You may not look at it like that, but you didn't, you opened it. Nobody made you open it or made you run it, I don't think. People sell them away if they do, which is always a bad idea. People are taught to want the money and not the giant company or the show that they can. They just want to lay up on something doing nothing. And this, I think, is deployed by these giant corporations to keep buying up little great ideas and never let them, So now all these companies who hated everything about XYZ owns all that group's XYZ. So yeah, some of these companies the government should make them sunset. They've been evil for too long. I like the tobacco companies, for fuck's sake. Now you want to sell people weed? Get the fuck out of here. You lie and let cancer tobacco cancer specifically, run rampant through this bitch by going, no, it doesn't cause cancer. And doing that since the 50s, all these movie stars dying from it, right? The Marlboro Man had his jaw taken off because he had mouth and throat cancer. That's a grisly way to go. All these baseball players used to chew tobacco, right? Had their tongues. I mean, yeah, now everybody chews gum. But people, look, America never lets the bad guy get his comeuppance. And the bad guys are always showing up here in America because there are no rules for them, but rules for everybody else. So at this point, the bad guy is Congress. Your senators and your congressmen are bad guys, right? They protect bad guys, so they don't protect you. So they're obviously bad guys, right? Kids need food, right? Kids need shelter. Kids need medical care. Why, at the very minimum, aren't they taken care of? People are going to have to lose their shit, and then they're going to run up and tell you how they agree with you, and then take charge of your issue while they stand there and grin at you. And then whatever you wanted, just to keep themselves in power, to get the mob from off their door, they're going to give you about 10% of that. And then once you turn your back and go away, they're going to start chopping away at that 10%. While they put more, excuse me, while they put more security in place to protect themselves. The whole point is just to rule over you. They've made America Europe. Yeah, Europe was about kings and fiefdoms and people staying forever and royal families. And now you have that bullshit here. Political royal families like Pelosi and the Bushes. The Clintons tried to start one. Nobody wants their daughter to be anything. But she's going to be here. They even resurrected Bernice King, who was quiet for 30 years fighting over money with her family. This is why you don't read any of Dr. King's, at least my opinion, why you don't read any of Dr. King's stuff. Because it's behind such a paywall, you can't read it in school. You know, you might be able to see a video of it online, but you go somewhere and read it out loud and watch how fast the lawyers say cease and desist. This is property of the King family. All right. There you have it. Your civil rights leader is more like he's like Che Guevara now. Buy a picture with him on a T-shirt. It doesn't matter what he stood for. Doesn't matter what Che Guevara stood for. It doesn't matter what Dr. King stood for. As long as you can stick it on a coin and show up and get people to vote on it, it's whatever. Civil rights movement is over. I hate to say it, it's dead. The NAACP had a glorious and beautiful, noble and honorable career up until about the 80s. Let's see if we can look up the NAACP. Because the last time I looked at the board, there were like a handful of black people on it. NAACP. Let's take a look. Okay, so yeah, let's look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, it sounds mean, but it is what it is, man. So this is the NAACP board. For Long Beach, California. Right. Membership Long Beach branch NAACP. Look at this board. First of all, your chief of police, why is he on there? He's Spanish. He's white. There's one black person. He's white. She's a million years old. She's a council person. Another cop. He's white. Another Spanish guy. Another white guy. So look, what, 5, 10, 15 pictures here? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An Asian guy, 9, 10, Guzman, 11, 12. I'm church pastor. I'm going to say 13 people of your 15 people in your NAACP branch are not black people. There you go. There you have it. That's the local NAACP branch. Vote. They always want you to vote, but seriously. They bring out all these brown faces, but then when you really look into the organization, they've given up the ghost a long time ago. Open image. All right. Because I first noticed this when I looked at trying to make out the names. I first noticed this when I looked at an NAACP branch thing, and it was like 10 people, 6 of them were like Indian, from India. And I was like, what the fuck? And there you have it. So, you know, do not tell me you know better than I do about me and mine. And then you have all these people. Look, Rachel Dolezal, she wasn't a government agent. She was like some white housewife with a can of bronzer and like a cornrowed wig, and she was in there able to rise through the ranks and be all connected to the movement or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's frustrating, especially as all these people are dying. So you know that people are just sitting there for whatever games they're playing and aren't doing anything. So I'm super critical of the NAACP. And I've had this conversation before. And don't tell me what their history was. I can tell you what their history was, just like I can tell you when they lost their way. Only thing you're doing is browbeating me to continue to believe something that you demand I believe. So I guess more people like me don't begin throwing rocks at this thing that you built, that you sold out. I don't know, man. It is what it is. So today is the 22nd of July. It's Thursday. It is 1:16. I guess we did hit that mark. Don't get me talking about politics. It's 1:16. Is this streamer still streaming? Is it still, let's cut this off. Is it still wonky AF? We shall see. All right, so we're going to go here and we're going to do what we've been doing. Yep. Okay, so we're still streaming. It's still volume. Thank you, guys. What do we want to wrap this up on? I tell you that you need friends. There goes the image. See what I mean? I tried to play video games yesterday. Should I show you that? That was the first time I tried to play video games. Yeah, let's show you that. Hold on, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That was 20 hours. It was 10 hours ago. It's 59 minutes. Yeah, let's try this one. So we're going to move this over here. I can't believe it. All right, so we're going to move this over here. We're going to reopen this thing one more time just to push our luck.
Is this even going to allow? Is this even going to happen?
All right, so here we go. All right, so here we are. Yesterday with that imagery. Look at that image. Beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna have to change that random accounts man thing because I'm really pissed off. So we hopped into my Steam account.
At least for water.
So look at this. Look at how slow everything is running. Yeah, you can't play games on this streamer. This game is awesome. It's called Dorfromantika. And yeah, when I'm feeling stressed, I play it. And it makes me feel a whole lot better. All right, let's see if we can turn up the music.
All right. You need 14 of these.
Yeah, look at that. So that's what we did yesterday. We're just gonna stop it because it's not. Actually, well, we can leave it up.
You know what? Where does this take us? This will take us away.
I'll swap them out. So after I came back, all stressed out, I did this for like an hour. Well, not an hour, but at least 40 minutes, right? It's a great game. I almost won. Almost. What are you gonna do? I don't mind showing you this because it's from my YouTube account. I'm pretty sure I will not launch a strike against me for this behavior. But then again, you never know. I had to fire 2 guys this week who make the coffee here at the compound. And they may go to HR and make a complaint about. And the HR person here doesn't like me. We used to date. It's a long story. So you try and be funny and witty and clever and goofy and silly, like I try and be, and then something like this happens, and you're like, God dang it! Um, Look at this. It's just how can you play a game on this restreamer? I don't think this is a restreamer. All right, so let's just kill this and then kill this. And then, ooh, yeah, okay, that'll be fine. So, yeah, my homies, it's a work day. Let's go to work. Ooh, okay, we didn't think we'd be able to stream for an hour and 15 minutes, and we've been streaming for an hour and 20. I got love for you. Please like and subscribe. Please drop a hello in the chat. Please let me know that you're here. I'd appreciate it. But I also understand if you want to be a looky Lou, that's good too. But I would hope that if there is something wrong with the chat, you give me a shout out. That would be neighborly of you. And I hope that you come back. We will be here. It's up already at 4. At 6. Yeah, I wrote 6. At 6 p.m. Follow me on Twitch at Karma Arma, Karma, Karma Arma. And follow me on YouTube as True with no E, S Armor, Armor. And I will see you this afternoon for more guitar practice. Hopefully, my sorry butt will be in a better mood. Coffee and guitaring in the morning is good. Whiskey and guitaring in the afternoon is good. Light conversation with your fellow man is good. Chasing the dream is muy bueno. There will be foibles and setbacks, like apps that don't do what you want, or like yesterday it wasn't the app, it was my internet, not my internet carrier, my power carrier who had issues. So it's always going to be something. I'm going to figure this thing out so I can have residual plans in place just in case something goes bad. I'm going to start taking the stream myself to my own hard drive, and because man, we're doing a lot of these, and I don't want to have to go back later and download them all when I get banned from all these apps. So I'm just going to start doing that now. It is what it is, baby Bubba. It is life in a box. So this is the box we chose. Tech and music. Let's get at it. I want to again thank all of you. It's been a couple of days since I used any picks. It's pretty. That's how it works, right? Ooh, let's try this, and all of a sudden, I'm running at it like. But I know I still have to learn to pick. It's learn to strum, and I'm learning to pick. I'm learning to strum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:25. We got to be out of here in about 15 minutes. We've been streaming for an hour and 25 minutes. I got love for you. I do. I wish you well in this world. As long as you wish others well, I don't want you doing any harm to anybody. You have dreams. I'm for those dreams. And you, my homie, let's take this one, can do. Good Lord, this seat is sometimes so squishy. It's like trying to kill me. Let's do this. Perfect. You can do the thing, man. I'm out here doing the thing. You can do the thing. I consider myself like a fun, cool dude, but not like a giant workhorse. And so I get to places slowly, and that's fine. I'm getting there at my own place. But if you want to run there, you can run right past me and be like, I started later than you, and I'm, and that's good too. But those things don't stress me. And if you don't mind taking a small stroll, they shouldn't stress you either, because it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. You're going to be awesome. And it's music. Who doesn't like music? So I will see you in the next one. I'm going to try and get good coffee out of the kitchen. Maybe have one of the mini interns back there make me a sandwich. Someone just gave me the finger. Nobody's going to make me a sandwich. I'm going to have to make it myself. All right. Enough with the silly comedy. I will see you tonight, hopefully at 4, at 6 p.m. For more guitaring. Have a good day. Don't let people on the road get to you. Don't let people at work it to you. Your primary concern is you and your family and your friends. Work is there to make sure you keep food and a roof, food on the table, roof over your head. Don't get it twisted. They'll let you go if they need to. So always to have respect for work, but have more respect for fam. See you at 6 tonight.